sense. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I said, when you really think about common sense things, it always comes back to conservatism. Think about it. When we hear all these crazy things about political correctness, like the use of the restrooms in the New York subways, or by all sexes, all this kind of stuff, you know, when you think about the common sense answer to it, i.e. a boy's room and a girl's room and a boy's room, it comes back to conservatism. When you think about individual rights, it comes back to conservatism. So common sense is an easy mantra. We'll provide all of you. It's a good message to relay on behalf of our party. Not because of the authorship. In fact, most of the authorship credit goes right there with Josh, word by word, talking about the future. But because it's what all of us in this room believe about. We're the ones that believe about the new energy. And new energy, by the way, doesn't trash the old energy. And new energy has right in the center of it, natural gas. The coal mines up north, those are very critical. I just had the McInnis told me the other day that the average pay of the coal miners up in Crane Beaker, when you consider the benefits, Janet, it's $114,000 a year. That's what energy's about. Of course, we can do better. But I want this government and this administration and the people that follow them, whatever one wants to stand in line next, they better get it. Because I was just interviewed just a few minutes ago by one of the media people out there, and they said, well, you know, your message is jobs, jobs, jobs. The Democrats disagree with that. They don't think that's going to be the big issue. You know, that's why they're Democrats. Let me talk just about a couple other things that I think are very important about our platform, because it's such a great document because of what the basic content that we're dealing with. When we talk about the federal power, these mandates, you know, right now, about 64% or so of our state budget, which isn't a problem, which, by the way, this administration and that legislature, which is controlled obviously by the Democrats, they're only pushing it into the future because they're on a sugar high of federal stimulus money. They're trying to pretend like they're being fiscally responsible. They're not. They're ignoring the leadership, Josh Penry, the leader's comments and demands time after time after time. Governors, Mr. Majority Leader, Mr. Speaker, Mr. President, you better make some tough decisions today. Because if you Democrats don't make those tough decisions today, you're going to end up forcing harsh decisions tomorrow. That's the difference between our parties. The federal mandates that are coming down, and every person proposed, by the way, on the Democratic side that I'm aware of running for any office at any level that I've read about, seems to support and be wholeheartedly cheerleading this mandated health program that's going to be nationalized by Obama. Take a look at what they do to the states. With one exception. They buy your vote in Nebraska, and you're out of the deal. That's a good way to run a government, isn't it? And that's right. And that's exactly what they're doing. We will stand up to those people. We'll stand up to them because we owe it. We owe it to those hundreds of people today that are right now not thinking about quality of life, not thinking about going to a basketball game or anything else, but thinking about how tonight at the dinner table they're going to explain to either their husband or their wife and answer that first question that comes from the kids, are we going to have to move? You know, quality of life, as Josh Penry said continuously through his campaign, always begins with a good job. And when you take a look at it and you look around it, I mean, it's key to family, it's key to everything. We all want to work. And all of us in this room want to live in Colorado. But if we continue to follow the leadership, or lack thereof, by the Democratic Party, we're not going to get there. But we still have time. And I'm optimistic about the future. We do have time to curb the poison that kills every community in this country if it's run into rough times. And you can tell when that point has been reached. You reach that point when your young people have to move out of your community because there are no opportunities for them to stay at home. We will reverse that through our leadership. So I accept these responsibilities that have been bestowed upon me, again, on a temporary basis, because they too want to make sure that we move this in the right direction, and I thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for these endorsements. and wish you the very best. Now you can tell a motivating speech. I know that I've given a motivated speech, and it's clearly witnessed by that young lady to my left. You can't see her from the back room, she's sound asleep. But Josh, once again, I want to give special recognition to you, not just for your service, but you're absolutely right. We have got to unify. You're the one that stood up, and this is what the future is about. You want to see a star. You want to, what's that song out there, hook your star to a wagon, or that Western? Wagon to a star, thank you. Yeah, hook your wagon to a star. Well, if you want to hook your wagon to a star, there it is right there, and he's well escorted by the people that are sitting around. So thank you very much. We will serve with distinguishment. We will make you proud. Thank you.